Wow, they grow so fast. Mushrooms! So this is my oyster mushroom kit. It comes already inoculated. You'll see all the white, the mycelium, already starting to form inside of this little bag. So if I were to cut a big X in here, a large mushroom or the mushroom formations would start to bloom and they would start to grow. However, what I'm going to do is repurpose this kit and I'm going to grow mushrooms in buckets. Okay, so this is my 5-gallon bucket I'm going to grow mushrooms in. It comes with a lid. And what I'll be doing is drilling some holes in a diamond shaped pattern, and I'll be using the 1/2-inch drill bit. So if you can see this one. This is just a piece of cloth. I'm going to use it to create a sack, and then I will be able to easily transfer these cedar shavings into the bucket of boiling water. So there's a lot of other mediums you can use besides this aspen bedding. This was the most accessible for me in my area. For you, you may have more access to straw, and straw is also a really good method. Push it down as much as you can. I do have the right measurement. This amount is going to fit into this bucket perfectly, and also with this small bag I'll be able to fit this into my pot that has boiling water, so it'll pasteurize in here. Once it's done, I can actually keep twisting it, squeeze out all the excess water, which will make these just really nice and damp. And a gear tie, probably one of the most useful items that I have in the garden. It's just a quick tight twist and it's secure. Leave that in here until I'm ready for the water. It smells like a barn. So give it a good squeeze. If there's any water that comes out, anything that drips off of your in between your fingers, it is too wet. You want all of the water to be absorbed into the aspen chips or into your straw. I'm gonna push it down every time we do a layer. Grab some of your mycelium or your grow kit or your mushroom spawn. If you don't know anything about mushrooms, you should read on or watch some YouTube videos. It's pretty fascinating, pretty amazing little fungi, however you say it. All right, this has been 1 week. Let's take a look inside the bucket. Oh, so these are tiny mycelium threads that are actually colonizing all of these aspen shavings, so it's working. You'll see a very tiny little pin right in the center of this 1/2-inch hole, and it'll start to grow and continue growing, and then eventually you'll have it protrude, and these will turn into layered oyster mushrooms. So this is exactly 15 days since I first transferred my mushroom kit into the bucket, and I mixed it with the aspen chips, and I started the colonization of the mycelium. So at this stage, I'm going to move the bucket outdoors in one night. So I moved the bucket into my shed over the night because I didn't want squirrels to steal my mushrooms. So if these mushrooms grew this quickly in a day, I'm gonna have mushroom to eat by the end of the week. Wow, this is crazy. Once you start seeing the little pin, the little tiny bloom start to happen through the hole, it only takes about 3 to 5 days for the mushrooms to become to full harvest. And with these yellow oyster mushrooms, you can tell that they're ready when the mushrooms start to go concave, and you'll start to see a wavy pattern along the edges of the mushrooms. So I'm going to harvest these mushrooms. This is very exciting. I should be able to easily twist off of the mushrooms because the stem is only about a 1/2 inch, no wider than the hole. There we go. It feels very light, it's very rubbery. This is the stem, so you can see that how it has grown out from this tiny little stem. It's very delicate, but very beautiful. So you can see really, really nice gills. The edges are a little bit darker than the center. They smell mushroomy, maybe a little bit stronger, but they are fresh. I have never smelled fresh mushrooms before. This is kind of neat. So I'm really happy with this grow kit. It obviously produced a lot of mushroom clusters. If I kept it just in the kit, in the bag, I would have had maybe 1 or 2 clusters. So trying it in a bucket really improved my yield. So I'm going to fry these up and also dehydrate some. All right, so I have the mushrooms dehydrating, and it's going to be about 9 hours. If you do not like the texture of mushrooms, but you still want the added health benefits, a powder is a great way to sneak in the superfood nutrients into your favorite meals.